hold this out with me.
All right.
It's better, probably. We got Terry here. It's your boy Reason. So I've already asked him if he believes the Earth is flat or round. He's already said that he believes it's round because of pictures, right?
Pictures and wars of our find, brave women and men going up into space.
Brave women, right? Okay. So what if I told you those pictures weren't real? How would you feel?
Well, considering I've believed in them for so long, I'd say no.
What, I was lying?
That you're lying. Yeah.
Right. But there's a guy actually who said it. A guy on NASA named Robert Simmons. He said they're photoshopped. They have to be.
Well,
How's that make you feel? If the guy from NASA is telling you that they're photoshopped. Hold on. I should have pulled this out. My bad. Oh, don't tell me I didn't bring it.
Your book?
Yeah, it's at home. It's okay. I should have brought it, but I didn't. But basically, yes, the man said that it's photoshopped.
well,
All the pictures are. And it's an image. Do you know the difference between an image and a photo?
photos taken in real time
And an image is what?
can be downloaded.
Or what you want it to be.
Yeah.
Right.
But
That's what those pictures are. That's what those pictures are. They're images of the earth. I challenge anybody, like I do. I got money. Not that I got money. Like when I have money, I just say, just like I did. We were just at the store. I said, I was talking to a guy. I held the money out. Show me a picture of Earth, because that's what he was saying. Pictures, and I said, because he's leaving. I said, you show me a real picture of Earth, you can have all this money. There's no real pictures of Earth. Those pictures are CGI. Do you know what CGI is?
computer graphics imagery.
Yes, sir. Do you have a phone?
I do.
Go ahead. Real quick, just real quick, and just look at that picture.
Right.
Just look at that picture. And you tell me if that looks like a photo, or if that looks like CGI.
Looks like a photo, dude.
What'd you type in?
Oh, it was my girlfriend.
Oh, sorry. That's a photo, but the picture of the Earth.
Okay.
Because they're images, man. And what you're holding is a liquid, right?
Right.
So it's flat and level, right?
Right.
Anything-
Well, not right now because
Yeah, it is. It is flat and level. It's flat. Look at it. See that? It's flat. Even when you hold it sideways, it's flat.
right.
So if 70% of Earth is liquid, water, which is flat always, how do we live on a spinning water ball?
Atmospheric pressure holds everything down.
Which is what called? What is that called?
Gravity.
Right. But you know what gravity's called? The theory. It's never been proven. It's never been, dropping something doesn't prove that's gravity. This is density and buoyancy. This, a helium balloon? What happens to a helium balloon?
Floats off until it gets too high and pops.
But why does it float off?
Because helium's lighter than air.
Haha. And anything heavier than air is going to come down.
Right.
But they made up a force called gravity to find that picture. I want you to look at this. Look.
Well, a lot of these are fake. Yeah.
No, sir. You can go to NASA.com and see the same stuff. Every single picture is fake, man. And I just encourage you to research this. I'm just planting a seed, and now that you're looking at those pictures, and just like you said, all of them are fake, that's every picture, my man. And if I had my book, I could show you a little bit more, like that picture of Robert Simmons, and I don't even know if I'm saying his name right, but he said that they're Photoshop. Here's your VA. And good choice of beverage, my man. No soda, no nothing. Good choice. We live on a flat stationary Earth. Look at these clouds, right? Get these clouds, my man. Are they moving?
Yeah, they're moving.
Flat. How fast are they moving?
They're going pretty slow.
Are they moving 1,000 miles an hour?
Technically, you could say that because the Earth's spin.
Do you feel it moving 1,000 miles an hour?
No.
Did you feel this?
I did.
Did you need to call somebody to ask them if I pushed you? You felt that your senses, we have senses, but they've stolen that when we're kids. They tell us when we're babies, 5, 6, 7 years old, the earth is spinning, gravity, blah, blah, blah. What do? We just say, okay, and they'll buy it, and then it's no brainer. But are they spinning 1,000 miles an hour? Yes or no? But if those are connected to the earth, like they say they are, the clouds are connected to the earth, you say that we have atmospheric pressure, right? Let's go with that. Earth has an atmospheric pressure. We're spinning 1,000 miles an hour. The clouds are connected to it. Let's go with that, right? Where's that seal from outer space? How high up do you go to start floating? And what is that cap?
Past the stratosphere? Well, not past stratosphere. Past the denosphere. You want to say?
I don't know. I don't know all that. Those big words and things like that. But listen, the seal though. Listen to me. If we have an atmospheric pressure, everything we drop falls down. Helium balloons come up. You say they pop, right?
Right.
How high up is that cap, that seal, to start floating? Because there has to be a separation from the no gravity from gravity. Where's that seal at? How high up?
Pretty
And then
high,
what did they
the
break?
high-
What did they break through? How did they break through that
Well,
to
they
get to
didn't
outer
take-
space?
Well, the balloons never make it to outer space.
I'm not talking about balloons. I'm talking about spacemen and astronauts. How'd they get there? Where's that seal? From
They,
the
they have all the propulsion from the rocket fuel and the jets on the
I'm saying that where's that separation? How'd they break through that seal? Where's that seal? They call it the Van Halen radiation belt. That's what they call it.
Right.
So how'd they get through that and get into floaty outer space?
I don't really know.
So when you look up, what you looking at? What are you looking up when you look at all that? What is that?
The sky. At night you see other things, but
But what like further than that, what is it?
space.
But why?
Maybe there isn't a why to it, it just is.
Why do you believe in space?
Because I can see it.
Hey, oh my goodness. Okay. I'm gonna tell you what I believe. It's a dome. We live under a dome. And the sky is blue because there's water above us. Just like it's explained in the Bible. Do you believe in the Bible?
No.
Right. Do you believe in a creator, a God?
At one point I did, but then I kind of strayed away from all that.
And you probably strayed away because of, let's say, religion, right? Like going to church or just trying to do something like a robot and all that, right?
No, I just didn't. It wasn't for me. No.
Right, I understand. I understand. Going to church and all that, right? Being religious and all that, right? Bowing to something. What? Let me ask, what religion was it or whatever?
Christianity. I
It
went
was,
to a
okay.
Christian private school.
Those are
Elementary.
one of the worst. Christians, they're one of the worst. They say they're Christian, they go to church, and yeah, I understand. But see, coming to this new belief of knowing my creator who created this flat earth explained in the Bible paints a whole different picture of me living now, you know? I once was kind of in your shoes. You know, I grew up in the Christian church and kind of didn't understand life and was about to kind of throw away religion and all that. Someone presented this kind of like what I'm doing to you.
Right.
And I was like, why would this man say the earth's flat? He's smart. I know this man. Like, why would he do that? But all he said is it's right in front of us. The research is right here. It's not even a conspiracy or anything. Earth is flat. Just look. Everywhere we see is flat. You been on road trips?
Yeah, I've been on road trips.
You see a curve?
Yeah, but when you get on top of a mountain, you do.
No, you don't, man. You don't see a curve,
Tall enough,
brother.
you can see a curve.
You don't, my man. Do you know what a horizon is?
Sure, it's the horizon, but
What is the definition of horizon?
distance. I don't know the exact definition.
It's a flat, horizontal line, a vision. That's what we see. We see a flat horizon. Horizon don't curve. You been blessed to be in an airplane? Amen. Did you look out the window?
Oh no, not really. I was.
I don't blame you. That's fine. That's fine. Well, if you get in there, look out. I encourage you to look out. Earth is flat as far as your eye can see.
Right.
No, literally, as far as your eye can see, it's flat.
Right.
You've been blessed to be at the ocean, the beach.
Yeah.
What beach?
Just pretty much any beach in California. I never really
Shout out California beaches. Okay? So when you're looking at the beach, right? I'm gonna just sit here on the beach with you. We're looking out at the beach, right?
Right.
So they say ships disappear over the thing, right? If you and I had a high-powered zoom lens, we can bring that ship right back up.
Well, yeah, it's because once it gets far, the sun shining on the water, reflection.
So you're trying to tell me the water curves? I believe it does.
I do.
Have you seen water curve?
Yeah.
Where?
When air hits it. If you have a stream of water come down, air hits it with a curve.
But then what? It's gonna hit the ground and go level. I'm talking about hold a curve.
Yeah.
Hold a curve like this. Hold it.
Well, water holds the shape of its container too.
Exactly. High five to that. And I'm gonna tell you what the container is. Antarctica. That's the container.
How's that?
Water's flat and level. We live on a
Are
flat.
you saying like Antarctica's like the lid and we're the
No. Antarctica's the kiddie pool, like the coat, you know, where all the parents are watching, they're standing on the kiddie pool edge in a circle. That's the edge, and that's the water, the kiddie pool.
Okay.
Zoom truth, thank you for that, I like that. It's a kiddie pool, right?
Right.
And all of the islands inside, like Australia, America, South America, the motherland, Africa, UK, Asia, and the North Pole. Those are the 7 continents.
Right.
Okay, that's it. And it's all flat and level. Dude. You go up in the air, plane. We're flying over a flat plane. There's geometry or curvature math or whatever. It's like for every 3 miles you square. I don't know the math. I'm sorry. But it's something like that, right? I wish I had my book. There's a picture of the Chicago skyline in Michigan. It's over 50 miles long. Over 50 miles, there should be a spherical curvature of 1,700 feet. The Sears Tower is 1,700 feet tall. So at bare minimum, we should only be able to see this much of it. You see the whole thing almost. Not only that, you see the 200, 300 other foot tall buildings next to it at 50 miles away. On the news, they said it's a mirage. How is that a mirage? What happened was this guy rented a boat. Literally put that vision on the boat and boated or whatever to it. And after he got close enough, he didn't need the camera. He could see it with his bare eyes. So how is that a mirage if he was seeing it the whole time? And where's the curve? Where's that 15 or 1,700 feet of curvature? Water doesn't curve. You know that. You've never seen water curve. I know it all sounds crazy. First off, have you heard of the whole flat earth or anything like that?
I mean, I've heard about it, but I never really looked into it because I didn't.
Right, I know because they've done a great job. I swear they've done a great, I'm 30 years old, man. And like, the truth is right in front of us. But they hit us when we're in school. This is actually my elementary school. That's why I keep pointing at it. It's wild. It's my elementary school. But this is when they hit us. This is when I was spinning the globe and Miss Pat Notes, Miss Terry's, Miss, I can't remember my 5th grade teacher, Miss Peterson, 5th grade teacher. That's where we're doing it. But now, when you, dude, that cloud didn't move. It's still there. Have you moved?
No, but
Right.
the cloud was a bit more to the right. Now
Yes,
it's a little bit more.
but because of why? The wind, like you said. The wind is pushing those clouds. But also, this has weight, right? Density and buoyancy is going to come down. You know how much weight is in that cloud? Tens of billions. Tons of billions? I don't know how I said tons of billions, but
Billions of times.
right, of weight in those clouds. How come they're not falling? Why are they just sitting there floating? Because there's no gravity, dude. Those are our creators. You understand? So what scientists?
Well, maybe the clouds are dense enough, or not dense enough. Well, I'm pretty sure it might be dense.
but
And
they're
when they
tons of
hold
weight.
all the water as if they're giant containers, but it's like a helium balloon. If you put some water in a helium balloon, it'll still float.
Yes, sir. That's right. That's right.
Maybe
If you
they're
put
just strong
helium
enough to hold
balloon
all the water.
and your air, that's right. It'll just sit there and hover. But where's the gravity to that too? How come it's not sucking it to the ground? You just
it's
proved
got
my
that-
point to gravity, man. There's no such thing as gravity. Isaac Newton had an apple fall on his head, and that's how he said gravity was back in the day. They didn't have all the technology and stuff we have now. We got vacuums and different things to show that gravity is bogus. It's a theory, not only that. It's called the theory of gravity. The book this thick that'll have you shaking, you're like confused in the beginning, and then you're like, I guess, by the end, I guess. Sure. You know what I'm saying? You don't understand anything you said. Just like when you read those ingredients on all this food we got. Let me see that. You probably, well, no, this is good stuff, but some of the food that we have, you look at the ingredients, terrible, man. You can't even pronounce some of the words. You know what I'm saying? That's just like that book of gravity.
Right.
You don't know what you're reading, but you believe it because scientists wrote it. But scientists play God. They play God. Like they say the earth billions of years ago created on the Big Bang. So what's that? That makes this earth an accident. Us an accident. Evolution. You know, we came from monkeys, man. That's not true. How do we go to the zoo and still see monkeys? There's never been a repeat of evolution or a different species turns to nothing, because that's not true. All that stuff, gravity, evolution, Big Bang, goes with the globe exception. We have a creator, and they know that, but they devalue him by the globe. Commandments don't have any graven images of heaven or earth. So, I mean, I know you don't believe with her, but if I asked you to draw a picture of heaven, you'd say, oh, I can't, I don't know. But if I said, draw me a picture of earth, what would you do? There you go, baby. You would draw the circle. Yes, sir. But that's not the earth. That's a graven image. And people kind of worship that thing. But if you literally sit back and question, do ships really go around like that? And planes really go around like that? And do people really live upside down like that? Or is everything straight up as right, as is? There's a leveling system that plumbers use when they build stuff. They literally, I actually seen this today. I literally seen this today. I was watching something with my wife, man. It's a construction show. I don't know how it got on the TV, but it's on there. They literally have to level something when they build a house. The plumbing has to be level. So how could they do that upside down? You can't. You can't. There's no way you can level something upside down, dog. It's always gonna be flat and level. And water would never hold upside down. And
even without the pressure holding it back, because if you put like a vacuum,
right,
and you have water at the top of the vacuum chamber, it can stay at the top.
Sure, but that's the pressure of the vacuum. But that's not what we live in. We don't live in something sucking us. Everything comes naturally down. There's nothing sucking something to keep it upright. Only tower that leans is the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Everything else is straight up. Every building is straight up. Railroads and bridges are paved, right? Paved and laid horizontally over hundreds of miles. I'm talking railroad tracks, I'm talking bridges. They don't factor in the curve. The Gangyang Bridge in China, which was built in 2011, is 120 miles long. No curve. There should be big curve in it, huge curve. I don't even know. I wish I had my book. I don't know the numbers. I don't want to say the numbers, but at 50 miles, if it's 1,700, what do you think it is at 120 miles? Right? There's no curve. There's no curve. I know you gotta go.
Yeah, let's just check and see time.
Just please research it. My YouTube channel, if you want to check it out, is A.Reason and the number 2 Stay Flat. But there's other YouTube channels that help me. Eric Dubai, Odd Reality, D Marble, Zoom Truth. These people are out there literally doing this across the nation, trying to wake people up. And now I'm doing it here in Vegas just because I feel like I have to. I feel like I'm drawn to do this, man. So I encourage you to research Flat Earth, and I don't really have everything. Like I wish I had a business card. Me and him we were just talking about putting business cards so I can like give you my channel, and then these other guys like I'm telling you, But if you want, I can write them down for you, and we can go from there. You know what I'm saying? But I encourage you, man. Okay? Stay flat, my friend. All right, brother.